The coronavirus crisis is taking a toll on state and local budgets. Ohio Governor Mike DeWine this week announcing he will not only be dipping into the state's rainy day fund, he will likely be draining it.
News 5's John Kosick joins us. And John, this is something the governor resisted a few months ago.
He didn't want to dip into it too early or go into it too deep. That's a mistake that other governors have made in the Most of us try, not always successfully, to stash away spare change here and there for an emergency. The state of Ohio is no different. Only their sock drawer is called the Ohio Budget Stabilization Fund, or as we know it, the Rainy Day Fund. Nearly $2.7 billion set aside for a rainy day. Governor DeWine has conceded
it's raining.
The governor acknowledging this week that the time has come to ease the financial burden on the state as we start the new fiscal year, facing what was projected in May to be a $2.5 billion deficit. The good news since?
Not as bad as we thought it might have been, but certainly not good.
The governor resisted the urge to dip into the fund too early and instead cut funding for education, for example, by 3.7% as an early warning to districts. Start tightening your belts.
What I wanted to do is make sure that schools knew, what was coming.
To put it in household terms, that $2.7 billion in the fund is the equivalent of a person earning $50,000 a year having $3,900 stashed away for an emergency. It's enough to cover expenses for about 4 weeks. DeWine's not the first governor to raid the fund. George Voinovich did it in 1991, later building it back up. So did his successors Bob Taft and Ted Strickland, who famously left the fund in 2010 with just 89 cents during the Great Recession. It was Governor John Kasich who took it to its current level, a gift to his successor that DeWine acknowledged this week he will spend.
We're certainly going to use a lot of the rainy day fund, and by the time we get completely through this, I'm sure we will use all the rainy day fund.